Hey, it's Ubu, and today we're playing a demo for a game called Ham Hole. It's developed by Mongrel and Hello High, and you can find the game on itch.io. This is one of the mini games on my list in the coming weeks, so I figured we'd try it out. So let me tell you about the game real quick, and we'll get started. One rainy night, you found it, tucked away in a forgotten corner, somewhere it shouldn't have been. Your mind raced wildly, imagining what mysteries could be held on it, and if it even worked at all. This dirty demo disc is so chock full of secrets, with a single tap, your disk drive slid open. You'd soon find out. Now that you know what the game is about, let's begin. Some parts of this game may be considered violent or cruel. Because they are. Alright. WASD. Rotate object. Crouch and prone, interact. E and Q to drop. Hold to throw and drop. I read that in the weirdest way possible. Control is also on pause menu with escape. Thank you. A pig. Number 37. It's not a real pig, right? Why did it squeal? Ew. Hole. He's bleeding Kool-Aid. Whoa. Ah! Pony. USA.
Welcome to the program. We would like to thank you for involuntarily volunteering. Committing yourself completely to solving the biggest obstacle currently facing humanity is no small feat. Everyone back home applauds you. Hold for applause. If we work together, I know we can solve this crisis. The room you are currently in is outfitted with a designated meat and hole receptacle. It is your job to correctly identify and create the associated evidence.
Oh.
Good luck. We are all rooting for your triumphant success.
Alright. We're tasked with doing job, whatever that is. I have to correctly identify something. Ah! Whoa. Okay. Oh, okay, it's a cow. A Holstein cow. Meat. Let's look around the room. Oh, we have like a ponytail? Or pigtails? Ponytail? Earring? It's a tag on our ear. That's what it is. Burn, baby, burn. Lightning plus cloud equals cat. I'm familiar with that algebra. It's noon. Alright, well, I was just being nosy. Let's do this. Moo. Oh. What's in there? There's something in there. See little glowing eyes. Just... Whoa, you can actually see the water going down. Flammable gas. Hit me. Alright, who said that? Oh, man, I don't want to touch a roach. Get out of here. Whoa. Okay, well, left click is to throw. I don't think I said that earlier. Maybe it did. Okay. We're learning so much. Alright, we got it wrong. Where do we get the correct meat? These all look the same. Oh, the roaches are eating it. Ah! They're huge. Oh, they're getting bigger. Ah! Sorry. I have a irrational fear of cockroaches. And they're getting bigger, eating all the meat. I have trapped myself. I'm confused. It's kicking the meat around. Oh, I stepped on him. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Oh, roach came out. What do I do? Tell me. They're playing soccer with the... This is my nightmare. This is my nightmare. Okay, we need to somehow gas meat. Okay. Where'd he go? I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. Bouncy meat. Okay. Light meat. Light plus electricity. Okay, maybe we need to... Okay, okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Gas meat plus radio equals... Would you like to have this? Okay, we pointed the camera down. Why is it floating up through the ceiling? What's happening? There we go, there we go, there we go. Charged meat. I don't... Oh, man. Oh, that one got stuck. Oh. Charged meat. Gas meat. Oh, here we go. We got a crown. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I gave a crown to a giant roach, and I got a secret. So it's the king of the roaches. I think he ate the electrified meat, and now he's like supercharged roach. Supercharged Thunder King roach. Okay, we found a plushie. Nice. There we go. Okay. Smolder meat. Okay, that's not right either. Cooked meat. Secrets, 3 of 5. Question mark? Metal music playing on the radio now? Oh, the radio's on fire. That's not good. Oh, okay, the radio blew up. This doesn't make sense. This is so chaotic for, like, no reason. Soggy meat. Alright, we got it. Oh my gosh. We get rid of this freaking thing. He's invincible. Alright, we lit him on fire. He's dead. We win. A chicken. If I was a chicken, what kind of meat would I want? Wrong. Cooked meat. Wrong. Okay, hold on. Gas meat. Wrong. Bouncy meat. Wrong. Okay. The cooked meat. Doesn't work. You put the plushie in there? Nope. Okay. Ah. What was the other one? I don't. Anti-gravity is freaking me out. Okay, charged meat. We got it. Alright, we're figuring it out. Yeah, that was a bit of a disaster to begin with. I didn't know what the frick was going on. Okay. Maybe there's another secret to feed them all different kinds of meat while we have the opportunity to. I'm trying to process all of this. All right, we got a pig now with some, what are they called? Oil refineries or oil pumps. Oh, that one was easy. We got a fish. Soggy meat. Bouncy meat. Charged meat. Cooked meat. Alrighty. Oh, I just had an epiphany. I got an achievement for hitting the poster with a thing. But here's my epiphany. Burn the poster. That took me way too long to figure out. Oh my lord. It's sand. Sandy meat. All right. Progress. Oh, dead fish everywhere. It's like a cooking game, but like really deranged and weird. I love it. Oh, that looks really freaking cool. Smoldering meat. Alrighty then. I fed the hole through the TV.
Thank you for another successful day of meat identification and reaction processing. Your work is very important, and you should take pride in knowing that your family loves you and is, for the moment, safe from harm, as outlined in Amendment to Subsection 3C of the Meat Exclusion Act. Please return to your designated sleeping quarters and prepare for tomorrow. Your current amount of mandatory overtime hours remaining are as follows: 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9.
Who's throwing meat?
Lights out in 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty then. Classified materials. Unauthorized copying or divulging of internal information is prohibited and will be punished under full extent of law as per Figure 1. Pigs. Figure 2. Spray the pigs. Weigh the pigs. Figure 3. They have spots on them. Figure 4. Ham hole. To be continued. Well, I'm back on the main menu where now I'll review this demo, and if you're just here for the gameplay, I appreciate hanging out and I hope to see you again, and I always start with the visuals. So visually, I quite like the game. I don't have any complaints really. I like the grungy, weird aesthetic that it has. The main menu grosses me out quite a bit because I cannot stand cockroaches, but I think it looks nice. I like the use of color. I like the drawings or projections on the walls. And the little room that we're in, nice shadow casted by our character. We can actually see our character's body. Nice attention to detail in general. Nothing crazy, but I quite like it. And like I said, I don't have any complaints really. So solid job with the visual presentation. Now in terms of audio, I quite like the audio as well. I like that the main menu has some ambience and some music playing, setting the tone a little bit. Even though the tone is a little silly, I still appreciate this presentation here on the menu. I think it sounds nice. While in game, you have the nasty sounds the roaches make while they walk around and make noises and whatever, and you have the sound of the meat when we throw it around the room, nice squelching and things like that. You have the odd voice speaking to us through a TV, playing looping image or video of the American flag, which is kind of hard to hear. I wish it was a little bit louder or maybe not as robotic, but just a personal nitpick, I guess. Aside from that, I like that there's noises associated with each of the projections. When we, solve the puzzle, it makes the sound of the animal that's, been shown to us, and I think that's cool. Aside from that, I don't think the audio necessarily stands out in a big way, but I think it's appropriate for what we're doing in the game. Everything is cohesive, and it sounds fine. So, good job with the audio. In terms of the mechanics, it took me a little while and some theory crafting on how to create the correct style or type of meat that we need to solve the puzzle. It took me a long time to find the horse one, but we got it eventually. I do like the idea, though, of you just pick the piece of meat up and then you interact with the room until you find the correct combination of things to interact with, such as the bouncy meat or the smoldering meat or the charged meat or the soggy meat or the regular meat or the sandy meat and the cooked meat. I think all that is pretty cool. I think it adds an interesting layer to it, and also some trial and error of like, you know, what do I do? You know, messing stuff around in the room and throwing stuff around and breaking stuff. I blew the radio up, and you can make a Roach King. You can get a plushie, and the secrets are cool. So I didn't get all the secrets, but I'm okay with that. I still think in general the mechanics are totally acceptable. I had a fun time playing it, even though it took me a little while to figure it out. But I think you could potentially expand upon this, have different scenarios, different animals, and it could go somewhere mechanically, but I don't know how much more variety you could add to it just off the top of my head, but I'm sure you can come up with something. You'll do just fine. So the mechanics are good. Now in terms of story and concept, I'm not aware of much of a story aside from we're stuck in this place doing our mandatory overtime. So we're involuntarily volunteering ourselves to shove pieces of meat into a hole to appease some sort of corporation or someone that wants us to commit to our mandatory volunteered overtime. Bunch of contradictions there, but obviously it's for the humor of it and a reflection of our own society in some ways, I'm sure. But I quite like the impression of the story. It's very vague. It's a little dark. It's a little creepy. It's a little weird. And I don't have any problems with it. I don't think there's much else to say about a story per se. Obviously, in the full game, I'm sure it can make a bit more sense. But from what we got in the demo, it's very surface level. But I still like what was presented and at least maybe wonder a little bit about it. So, great stuff there. The overall concept of the game is good, I guess. It's a little odd. It's really not my cup of tea. I do like the gameplay loop of finding the combinations of the different kinds of meat that we need to shove in this hole. And I think that's interesting. Like I said, I wish maybe it had a little bit more depth, but in general, I would say it's still an effective demo in that regard, and the concept, I think, is presented very well and showcases what we can expect in the full game. So, great job with the concept. Now, in terms of performance and settings, the game performed totally fine. I have no complaints about it whatsoever, so great job there. For options, we'll talk about those as well. So for options, you have your brightness slider, your windowed mode selection, your resolution, your VSync, your frame rate cap, which I have at 60, your retro filter, which was off by default, and your camera bob, which was off by default. Now, for your audio options, you have your master volume, your music volume, and sound effects volume sliders. I adjusted these just a little bit to my liking, so I appreciate that these are here. And your options for controls is your mouse sensitivity 2.0 slider, your controller sensitivity 3.0 slider, and your inversion of Y-axis check here, which is off by default. And that's it for the options. I think these are totally acceptable for this kind of experience. The game didn't struggle or have any issues in general that options would have helped alleviate. So since everything was well crafted enough and came together really well and whatnot, I think the options here that are presented here are totally fine. And I think appropriate for our experience today. And there's some nice choices in there to adjust the game to your liking. So great job there. So my final judgment for the Ham Hole demo is I would say it's good. I had a good time with this game. It's well crafted. It looks good. It sounds good. It's fun to play. It's just not really my cup of tea necessarily, but I'm not holding that against the game per se. I'm just saying that I wish there's maybe just a little bit more to do, a little bit more story, a little bit more depth, but it being a demo, I completely understand how that goes. And I still would say that this demo is an effective means of presenting what to expect in the full game. So solid job there, an effective demo, and I think you did a great job with that. And to everyone working on this game, I wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors and your work. Tell me what you think in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this game? Do you agree or disagree with me? Do you have anything to add? Do you just want to say hi? Let me know what's up. And don't forget to check the pinned comment below for the links to everything and go play this game for yourself and form your own opinion. I'm sure the developer would really appreciate your feedback as well as mine. And if you'd like to support my channel, hit subscribe, leave a like, comment, share the video. And I've also started streaming on YouTube every once in a while. And if that interests you, I'll have links to my socials in the description. And thank you for watching my video. I hope you have a wonderful day, but I think that's all I have to say about it. So thanks for hanging out with me. But don't forget.